Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome back to TCM, where we're celebrating the movies of the singular Tom Hanks tonight on the occasion of his 70th birthday. We just saw Hanks in the 1993 romantic comedy Sleepless in Seattle. Up next, another 93 release, the film that earned Hanks the first Best Actor Academy Award of his career. From TriStar Pictures, directed by Jonathan Demme, Philadelphia. Tom Hanks plays what was then a professionally risky role to take on. Andy Beckett, a gay man diagnosed with AIDS, a lawyer forced to keep his sexuality and his illness a secret at the elite Philadelphia law firm where he works. But as Andy's health declines, his colleagues learn the truth, and pretty early in the film, they fire him. The movie is not only about a gay man living with a disease that had been stigmatized, but also the story of a man standing up for himself and fighting back. That is where Denzel Washington enters the picture as a scrappy young lawyer who agrees to take Andy's case despite harboring some of the same societally accepted homophobia that led to Andy Beckett showing up in his office in the first place. Philadelphia made history as the first major Hollywood movie to tackle the AIDS crisis. In the months leading up to its release, there were some in the industry, many, I suppose, who worried the movie would prove too provocative, that a story with a gay man with AIDS as his hero would alienate much of the potential audience. As it turned out, people flocked to theaters, and the film became a huge hit. And as movies can do when they're good, it played an important role in shifting the conversation about HIV and AIDS to one of compassion and care instead of isolation and fear. Philadelphia marked Hanks's second Oscar nomination after his breakthrough hit in Big from 1988. Again, this was his first win. His second came a year later for Forrest Gump, making Tom Hanks one of only two actors ever to win consecutive Best Actor Academy Awards. The first was Steven Seagal. I'm sorry, I misread that. Spencer Tracy. Philadelphia earned 4 additional Oscar nominations, including 2 for Best Original Song. Neil Young was nominated for the title song, and Bruce Springsteen, writing a song for a movie for the first time, won for the ballad Streets of Philadelphia. From 1993, directed by Jonathan Demme, also with Antonio Banderas, Joanne Woodward, Mary Steenburgen, Ann Dowd, Roger Corman, and Jason Robards. Philadelphia. In an interview around the time of the film's release, Tom Hanks said he prepared for his role in Philadelphia by talking to a doctor who'd been working through the AIDS crisis for better than a decade. Hanks also met with a number of men living with AIDS, and they spoke frankly about their experiences. From those conversations, Hanks came to see that the most important thing he could do with his performance was to put a human face to the story, to capture, as Hanks put it, the human element of a worldwide health crisis. He cited another film, The Best Years of Our Lives from 1946, as a movie that did this remarkably well. What it says, Hanks explained, is important only because it says it in human terms as opposed to purely political terms. Tom Hanks's performance in Philadelphia went on to win him the Best Actor Academy Award. In his moving acceptance speech, he credited one of his high school teachers, a gay man, and acknowledged the important influence he'd had on Hanks's life. His poignant speech ended up inspiring the plot of a comedy starring Kevin Kline, the 1997 film In and Out, which begins when Matt Dillon accidentally outs his favorite teacher in his own Oscar acceptance speech. Coming up, Tom Hanks celebrating his 70th birthday today, co-stars in a film he also wrote and directed. That Thing You Do from 1996 is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, That Thing You Do, then The Burbs, and later Poltergeist. They're here on TCM tonight.